our lives kind of got just got tough because I was living with my mom and my brother, and she was living with her mom and my great grandma. And so she still had to sit in it. And I was able to be removed from it by my mom taking me to, I think I went to about 8 or 9 schools, because each school we went to, the first time my cousin was there, she blurted it out. Are you okay? What happened? Why did you say this? I heard you were lying. The next school, my cousin, she was like, and shout out, look, I don't forget nothing. And I realized this year, and thank you, Lord, for revealing this about myself. I was a people pleaser. I would go above and beyond for these people who at one point was calling me a liar, saying that I was a hoe, saying me and my sister were not going to be anything. I was pleasing these people. I was trying to go above and beyond for these people to get them to accept me and approve of me, and it was driving me crazy. And so I remember in the 5th grade so vividly, just, it is so clear. I remember, you know how like the desk are like, so we were doing this writing, journaling assignment, and all of our desks was like in a half of a circle. And so it was one on this side and this side, and it was going all the way around the room. And my cousin was like straight across from me, right? And my mom I told my mom she was there, and she was like, let's just try to get through it. You've already been through to another school. This will be my 3rd school. Just let's try to get through the year. I'm like, okay. She then tells this dude, and we'll call him B. She's like, B, and I could hear them whispering. She's like, B, ask her where is her uncle at, and why is he in jail? Ask her. And B was like, Kel'a, where your uncle at? I was like, and my fear kicked in, because I'm like, he's about to ask me about what happened. I'm so embarrassed of what happened. Why are people saying this? I used to talk to God at a young age too. It's like, God, why do they keep doing this to me? And I would talk to God out loud, but I would have like, I was a stuffed animal girl. I had stuffed animals, I had Polly Pockets, anything that I could use to just get out of, like, to distract me from where I was. So I remember I had my Polly Pocket, and I was like, and she was in my pocket, and I'm like, so I took her out, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was rubbing her, I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna ask. And she was like, ask her. And he said, where is your uncle? And I was like, he lives in my basement. And I know this was God just giving me courage to get through this. And I was like, Lord, oh my gosh. And then she's like, no, you lied. You in the front of everybody. You said he did this, and you're a liar. So I stormed out of class. I went to the bathroom. I grabbed my Polly Pocket, and I had like a Polly. I used to get attached to stuff. Like, it was a Polly Pocket, and I want to say it was like a lizard or something. And I was like, God, I know. I was like, why are these people so mean to me? I didn't even do nothing. I didn't do it. I mean, I know I should have told earlier, but I didn't know. I was scared. I didn't know what was going on. I was just having this whole moment with God in the bathroom. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And I just hold my Polly Pocket like, what do I do? And so I ran to my brother's class. I was like, Mike, I can't take this. They keep talking about me. And in this moment, I mean, it's unfortunate because my brother was a kid too. But again, this is my story. And I never felt protected by men. Ever. I've never felt protected. I was always like the woman that had to be an alpha female. I had to be dominant. I had to be masculine. I had to, because I'm around cowards, and it's unfortunate, but that's just the truth. Like, I'm around little boys that don't know how to fight, and that are scared, that don't know how to protect their little sisters, and that's my brother. It's unfortunate. And again, I love my brother, although we aren't speaking right now, because I feel like he owes me an apology for something that it was wrong. And until I get that, I have to stand on how I feel. I love him. That is my best friend. But he was not a fighter, and I was so afraid. And I said, Mike, I'm so scared. Like, what in the world? Like, why Like, why is they being so mean to me? I'm leaving. I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to call mom. And he's like, what you want me to do? I'm just like, what in the world? So when I came back to my class, and it's funny because the dude that, I could not stand this dude. He got on my nerves. And I'm going to call him H. And then I ended up like dating him years later because he ended up being a good guy, whatever. And so he went there and he was like, why are you crying? I'm like, she was talking about, he was like, so? He's like, now you could get mad if somebody talk about your mama. Like, if I talk about your mama, like, your mama ugly. I went in on him. I punched him so hard. I was like, I just jumped on his back and started punching him in the head. Like, I was like, I hate this school. I hate you. I just went off. And then fast forward, he used to talk about it all the time. We had went to the same high school. He was like, remember you beat me up? Yes. You should have been talking about mama. He's like, I wasn't talking about your mama. I was trying to tell you, don't worry about them talking about you. You can be mad at somebody talking about your mama, but ain't nobody. I was like, oh, like, my bad. And so, anyways, that's funny. So I just remember these stories because fast forward, this cousin had kids and I went to her baby shower. I'm just like, why am I here? You, what? Again, people pleaser. Like, I'm trying to bring you the biggest gift and, hey girl, like, why? A lot of people just don't even deserve to be in my presence. I forgive you because I'm supposed to, but I have no reason to be sitting here with you. It's just the weirdest thing that I'm like, I had to like really dig deep inside and like figure that out. Like, wait, why am I such a people pleaser? Like, what in the world? So fast forward, I had obviously issues with dating men, and I want to wrap this up in the next couple of minutes, but I had a lot of issues dating men. I preferred guys that were super aggressive and super possessive, and, because I wanted a guy that was, crazy about me. And then I got him, and I started to date a police officer, and he was a psychopath. And it was one psychopath after another. I was dating this guy from high school. He was a psychopath. I mean, I just couldn't get away from psychopath, possessive men. And it was the craziest thing. And I was like, I would never date a police officer ever again in my life because he traumatized me, using his authority to get, the things that he wanted from me, and coming into my house and breaking into my house and just being crazy, like, and just stalking me, blackmailing me. And I'm like, why is you dealing with this? And I'm like, because I liked crazy dudes at the time, but I'm thinking, okay, maybe I want a crazy dude. Maybe I just want a man that's like, I like a masculine man that is going to protect me and defend me to the death. Like, that's what I like, because I've never had that. My dad is super soft. Like, my brother was not a fighter, not confrontational. And, the only person that really was like on protecting me was my cousin, and he, and I thank him for being that way. But, so I was attracting a whole bunch of just crazy guys. Like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, my daughter's father is just super aggressive and super just, no. So, fast forward, I prayed. I said, I'm done with this. I want to really get married. I want to settle down. And I think I prayed for like 4 months. Like, I was like, the next man, because I never had a problem with dating guys. Like, I always was pretty much dating someone. And by dating, I mean getting to know them, hanging out, going on dates, not always just in the relationship or in the bed. Like, that's not, I had to tell my husband that doesn't, just because you date somebody don't mean you slept with them. That's not what I was doing. So, I never had a problem with dating someone. It was just a healthy person. Like, so when I said my next relationship, which was my husband, I was like 26. I was like, I want to get married. I want to take it serious. I'm tired of dating. I'm tired of just wasting time. Like, I want more kids. And so that's what ended up happening. I found my husband, and I started to date, and we are going on 7 years, and it ain't been easy, but it's been worth it We got married almost 2 years ago, and it's been amazing. A huge lesson and a huge learning curve, but it's been absolutely amazing. Like, if you are in doubt about getting married, or if you are in doubt about finding Jesus and like giving your life to God and surrendering, I will say this to you: surrender. And marriage is a huge blessing, and it's a lot of work, but it's unbelievably worth it. I want to be the change that my kids see. I want to have a healthy marriage. I want to be, having a healthy relationship in Christ and with God. And, I want our marriage to be, our foundation to be the God. And so, like, I want to be the example. I don't want the TV to be the example. I don't want people in our lives to be. I want to be the example for my kids. That's why I'm working my butt off to make sure that this marriage works and stays. And if you are in doubt about pursuing your education, do it. Time is gonna go. That's the thing. Time ain't gonna stop, and that's serious. Like, think about it. If you start your career now, or if you start school today or next week or next month, that time is still gonna pass. Why not look up and say, whoa, a year went by and I'm done with school. 2 years went by, I'm about to have a master's. 3 years went by, I'm about to be a doctor. And the time was going to go by regardless. But you have to apply yourself, and you have to show up for yourself. Nobody else going to do it for you. Nobody. So, hopefully this wasn't too much. Hopefully, and I'm reading my notes because I'm trying to be very professional. But I'm here to be, like, I'm here to share my testimony, because, like, I truly feel like you just don't know whose life you can touch with sharing your story, and who can relate to your story, even if it's a small piece, a small bit of it. And for them to know, okay, she overcame this, she did this, I know I can too, because you can, and you will. Make the decision today. Give your life to the Lord. Get to know God. Spend time with Him by reading His Word. Invest in that. Get you a nice Bible. Get you a commentary. Get you some highlighters. Get you a little bag, and truly set your alarm. That's what I do. Make sure you remember. Get into the habit of, okay, every day at midnight, or every day if you're a night owl, every day at 10 a.m., 9 a.m., 6 a.m., it's going to be my time with God for an hour or two. And don't put a time frame on it if you don't have nothing to do. Like, I don't want to go back to work till the 6th. And just spend that time with God and get to know Him. And you can even get, some Bible study things from Amazon. Just really be intentional about this. And everything else will just follow suit. Once I said that, I'm giving my life to the Lord, I was able to start school. I was able to be committed, dedicated, motivated. I was able to accomplish that, right? I was able to get back into school and do the same exact thing. I had to go harder, though. And now I'm getting back into school in the next 3 weeks to do my master's. And I said this to myself: I'm not going to stop until I finish and I get my master's, period. I don't care how hard it is. And I said, I got God on my side. I know He's going to get me through this. And that's it. My marriage, we got God in it. That's it. So stop hesitating and just do it. I'm just a person that's like, do it. Don't even sit here and tell me, girl, next year I'm going to start school, and do it. Start now. Why you can't start now? My school started every 5 weeks. Get enrolled, get the FAFSA filled out. Just get to it. What's up? If you don't know what you want to go for, get your associates in arts, art of science, whatever, business, whatever. So, but what's to come? I do want to post twice a week. Don't hold me to that. My next episode will be newly married, newly saved, and balancing faith and marriage. I do want to start, trying to build this community of married folk and single folk and Christian folk. We just all in this pot. but we all are going to become one in a second, because we all on one path. God, Lord, yes. And then we're going to follow up with I don't know, the Bible, and that's okay. And we're going to also talk about temptation, faith, family, and feeling overwhelmed. And so we have a lot to come this year, moving into the new year. And I'm excited. So be here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. And I will be back with the next episode probably in 3 days. So just be patient.